So you've seen the unveiling of the BitBox02. We are now going to update the software, and what we've done is we've downloaded the software from the Shift Crypto website, and we will go into here and we're going to update it on the BitBox02. So first of all is install it into your computer. It is a USB-C to put into your computer, but if you do need the adapter, it does come with the adapter as well. So we've plugged it in, it's got let's get started, and here we go. So we're going to install the firmware first.
So it's very common for a lot of these hardware devices to come with older firmware, and it's very common to upgrade them when you first get them.
Okay, brilliant. Right, so it's got please connect your device to get started. So we've connected the device. You'll see here that you've got tap which side. Now this is just in case you have different plugs on each side of your computer, you can do that. So we're just going to tap down here. There you go. We can now read it. Okay, so what it's got a pairing code, and we just need to make sure the same pairing code that is on the computer is also showing on the device. You reckon that's working?
Yep. Next leg.
Next leg, okay. Right, and that's all good, and I just need to tap up here. Show that it's all good, and then we go continue. Right, so what this window is showing is you've got, do you want to create or set up a new BitBox02, or you could also restore your wallet. So we are actually creating a new BitBox02, so create a wallet. Now, big red warnings. Please insert your MicroSD card into your BitBox02, which will be used to store your backup of your wallet.
The BitBox02 comes with a MicroSD card.
Correct hole. So we've installed that. Now for this name, for this purposes, I'm just going to go NJES and continue. Right, we're going to confirm that. This is amazing, the touching. It's just a real easy touch.
You like the buttons?
Yeah, I'm liking the buttons.
So it looks like it has no buttons, but it has buttons.
Yep, no, really, yeah, liking that. Now we've got to set up a password. You will see on screen we've actually got the demo happening, which is showing you how to use the BitBox02, and down on the bottom you will see the actual device that we're using. Okay, so we're just going to put in our password. We're just going to use the basic word test.
We don't recommend you use test for your password. This password is also just for the device. So if somebody was walking around the house, found your device, plugged it in, tried to open it, they would need this password to unlock it. This password doesn't actually protect your seed words. It's just protecting what's on the device.
Then, okay, so what you do is you push the top button down, and then the second arrow comes up, and you squeeze that together to confirm. Okay, then we just got to repeat that. Top button down and hold together. Successful. Great stuff. Through, and it goes unlock. Okay, so now what's happening is they want you to create a backup, and before proceeding, please read these important security considerations. Okay. I should store my backup in a secure location. Tick. My backup is not password protected. Anyone with access to it can access my wallet. If I lose or damage my BitBox02, the only way to recover my funds is to restore from my backup. If I lose or damage both my backup and my BitBox02, then my funds will be lost. I should not insert my MicroSD card backup into a computer, phone, printer, or any other device other than the BitBox02. Right. Okay, we need to confirm today's date, the 27th of the 5th of 23. Now, that is correct. Okay, created. Done. Now I have to remove the MicroSD. It's really important that you don't store the micro SD with your BitBox, so make sure you do secure it in a safe place. Okay. Alright, so we're open. So as you can see, we have got it in the USD, and there's $0 sitting in there. We have got Bitcoin here, Bitcoin balance 0, and USD is 0. We can receive Bitcoin here, and we can buy some Bitcoin here. And we'll just check my portfolio. So in my portfolio, we've got Bitcoin, and buy Bitcoin, manage device and settings. One thing we didn't mention earlier on is we have got the BitBox02 is the Bitcoin only cold storage wallet too. Manage device. Now you can manage backups, you can show recovery words, factory reset device. We feel it's really important that you actually have a backup of your micro SD card. You never know if your house is going to have a fire, burns down, or it gets damaged. And so it's really important that you have one that you can keep nearby and one off-site. So let's go on to the manage backup. Please insert the micro SD card to manage backups. Right, so we'll just double check that we did backup. Put it in. Okay.
What we can see on the screen here is a backup hash that they have showing us that there's a backup on the SD card. We can push check backup and it will make sure that the integrity is actually good.
So it's got the check backup down on the device. We do have name, so we're going to check that. And then you can scroll along the bottom here, the number, so we can make sure that the number is correct. Our hash is correct. So we've checked. What I've done there is I've actually just checked the first 3 letters and the last 3 letters on that. Again, that, and backup valid. Awesome. So we've removed the micro SD card and we're actually going to go back to manage backups because we're going to put in a different card this time and back another one up. As you can see on this one, there are no backups on this micro SD card. So we're going to create a new backup. Please follow the instructions. So we're making sure the day is correct, which it is. Take that. So we're going to unlock the device here. Perfect. And then hang down. Cool. Backup created. Just like that.
That was easy.
No, really easy.
Wow, that hash is the same as the other one. Which I guess makes sense because it's a backup of the same wallet. So we now have 2 copies. We've got one on the original micro SD, which we'll keep handy, and we have one on the other one.
Okay, so the next thing we really want to do is look at the recovery words because we haven't even brought those up onto the BitBox yet.
We haven't seen them at all. We have no idea what our seed phrase is.
Okay, so let's have a look at the recovery words. Okay, again, we've got a confirmation for security. So you will be presented with 24 recovery words, which form a backup of your wallet. Write them down on paper. Do not store them digitally or take pictures of it. Do not say the words out loud. This backup is not password protected. Afterwards, you'll be asked to confirm each word. So we're going to confirm that.
And what I find interesting is this device didn't give us a choice between 12 or 24 words. No. They're only giving us 24, which is okay. There's no problem. It's it actually makes it a bit harder to crack it when it's 24 instead of 12.
Yeah. And again, it's given us the security about, making sure that we don't store them digitally, making sure we don't say the words out loud, and also that this backup is not password protected. Unlock the device. So again, this will be our test. This is really simple. The touch screen is really great to use.
Looks fast.
Okay. Alright, please write down the following words. So the BitBox02 doesn't automatically come with a set of cards where you can write down your seed phrase, but you can order them when you order your card as well, so you can get them separately. So they have your backup cards, they also have steel wallets as well, and tamper evidence bags. So they are some security things that you can buy separately with your BitBox2. Okay, so we've actually now got 2 micro SD cards as well as our written down 24-word seed phrase. Okay, so we're going to continue. Continue. Please confirm each word.
So it's asking for word number 1, and it has... We're going to break the rules of reading out our seed phrase because it's going to be on the internet anyway.
Yes.
A word of warning, do not use this seed phrase. It's now compromised to the internet, and people will potentially write scripts to check this wallet as soon as money is put on there, and they will remove it.
Okay.
So number 1 was almost. So you need to
Yes.
go back to almost and select it, and push select.
Yes.
Word 2, hospital.
Yes.
Favorite. And rhythm.
Perfect. Backup created. Great stuff. So we've got show recovery words. We've done manage backups. We're not going to reset the factory reset just yet. We've got our name, security chip, authenticate. Right, our device is up to date. Now comes the exciting bit. We are going to receive some Bitcoin on our BitBox2, who is receive Bitcoin. What you'll see here is we've got our receive address, and we want to verify this address, so making sure it's correct on the BitBox2, and we're also going to scan the QR code at this point as well. So receive address. So what we're doing is we're checking the first 4 or 5 numbers, letters, and then come to the end and just make sure that the last 4 or 5 are correct as well, which they are. We're going to scan the QR code.
Right. I have the blue wallet. This is a test wallet that we've put some funds on. So I'm going to scan it. So I push the send on my blue wallet, and that will give me the ability to turn on the camera and scan the QR code. So I'll put it on here. We've scanned this QR code, and we just want to check for a third time that the addresses are correct. So you'll see at the start here BC1QEGJ, and if I look at the BitBox, and you'll see QEGJ, and if we go to the very end, we will see that the address ends in 2SM3. Scroll this address along, and it also ends in 2SM3. So the QR code on the screen matches the QR code on the device at the BitBox, and it matches the address we've scanned into our phone. So that means that no one's in between. What we'll do is we'll send $20 of Bitcoin, and at the moment the fees are kind of high, but we're going to do it.
So you can check to see what the fees are doing at the moment. So we go onto the mempool, and this is just, I've just updated it, and we can have a look and see what the fees are doing here. So if you look at, these are all the blocks that are confirmed. Here are the blocks that are filling up. This is the next block, and you're looking at about 37 sats for your fees.
It's 37 sats per virtual byte, and if we look on our blue wallet, it's saying 38 sats per virtual byte to have a fast transaction, down to 15 sats for a slow transaction, which could take hours or days. We can also set a custom fee if we wanted, where we can choose how many sats per virtual byte we actually send. We're going to push cancel. We are unfortunately going to just pay the
fast speed.
Yeah, the fast speed, which is gonna, I mean, that's over 10% of our value, but that's okay for this example. So we will push next, and it's going to ask us to confirm this transaction, and just asking us to confirm this transaction. We're going to push send now. It's given us a tick saying that it's okay. We'll push done, and this transaction will now be sent to the mempool. Oh, And we just got a notification on the screen that BitBox has seen the transaction show in the mempool. So let's take a look.
This.
So you can confirm that.
I'll confirm that. Back. Okay. So as you can see on the screen here now, we're seeing that we've got pending. So we've got the exchange rate, the fiat amount, and then we've got the BTC amount. Unfortunately, this is in BTC, and they could have been writing in sats, maybe.
Oh, that's a good question. Can we change it to Satoshis or sats?
I don't know.
We work in sats a lot because we're using the Lightning Network. So we talk about if something costs us 3,500 sats, which would be $1 at the moment. So in the top left, there may be a menu where we can change this setting. Let's take a look.
If we go manage device or settings?
Probably settings.
Let's have a look. Okay, so here we've got the currency. So we've got Euro ticked.
Let's turn off the ones we don't need.
Okay, so that's just an easy push of the button. And if we go to the USD, which is what we want, it's on default anyway.
They have a BTC option. Turn that on. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Yep. Enable coin control, custom fees.
Ooh, custom fees. Can you turn that on? So the custom fees option that we're looking at here, that is similar to what we just looked at on the Blue wallet, and I'm not sure how much control we have yet. We can take a look.
Yeah, and we also connect to our own full node.
It looks like there's no option to change to sats or satoshis on the wallet screen. That'd be a nice feature considering we work in satoshis a lot. But this is also an on-chain wallet management, so maybe it's not as relevant. In the top, we've got a nice big red warning saying to keep the MicroSD card in a separate location from the BitBox. The MicroSD card is only designed to manage your backups. Keep it, and I would also recommend to have multiple copies of it kept in different locations so you never lose the backup of your seed phrase if you use this device.
So I'm going to remove our SD card because we don't need it in here at the moment. So it's just a push. I'm going to remove that. What we're going to do is we actually want to restore the wallet, and we will use our second SD card just to see how that works and goes.
If the $20 is missing, who owes who?
Oh no, that's the problem. Yeah. Okay, go on to here. We're going into manage device, and we are going to factory reset, and we have a valid backup. Just double checking.
We actually have 3 valid backups.
We do, because we've written down the seed phrase. We have got 2 SD cards. It's great.
Yep.
Okay. Please follow the instructions. Okay, proceed to reset. Yes. Device reset. Just double checking, so we've got the 4 different codes here. We just need to make sure that they are the same again. Which is good. Cool, all good to go. Awesome. Right on top. Continue. Okay, so we're going to restore from our card. Just checking it's the correct date and time. And we've got our hash number here too. So I've put the SD card in, and we've only got the one wallet on here. So we're just going, yes, we're restoring this one. Okay. And we tick the top here. And this is just confirming that our name, and then we've got our hash in there. Okay, and this is great. This is just a touch scroll. Brilliant. Touch the top, and then we have to put in our password. Okay.
So this password is actually to protect what's on the device. We recommend to use a strong password and also write it down in a very secure location, because if you lose your other backups and your only backup is the actual device, you don't want somebody to find the device and guess your password, but you also don't want to forget your password if you use a strong password. So this password only protects access to the device. It's not actually connected to the seed phrase that's on the wallet.
Okay, it's unlocking. Done. Okay, and again, backup is restored, and they go through the whole security questions, just making sure that we are keeping everything secure and safe. Look at this.
$20.
We got $20 in there. That's come through.
Should have placed a bet.
Easy as.
That's really good. It even looks like it's confirmed. Can we click on the link to? Can we click on Bitcoin to see if it does something?
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, all right. So it's still pending.
On our Blue wallet, that transaction's already got 4 confirmations, and on the BitBox software, it's saying that it's still pending. The reason it's still pending is it's technically waiting for 6 confirmations before it will say that it's an approved transaction. You should do the My First Bitcoin Diploma that we did over 10 weeks. You can find it in our playlist to understand why 6 confirmations is actually a more secure transaction than 1 confirmation.
And so, of course, you can also send Bitcoin from this wallet as well. So now that we've backed it up, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the SD card, and then we're going to send the Bitcoin back out, just so we can show you that you can actually do it without having the SD card inside.
For anybody at home who is watching this, do not use our seed phrase. Because it's on the internet and exposed, it is a risk. If you send Bitcoin to this address, there's a possibility that a hacker has already gone and written a script where any funds that arrive will instantly be removed to their own wallet. Please do not use this seed phrase. Do not send Bitcoin to this address. We don't want you to lose any funds.
Yeah.
It is compromised. Don't do it.
Right, so here we go. So we're going to send.
On the Blue wallet, we're creating a receive address. Inside the BitBox software, they have a button which will allow us to turn on the camera on the PC. So we're going to use that to scan our receive address. Ooh, there we are.
There we go.
How about that? It's on the front.
And we're going to send all?
Yes, send all.
Send all. Okay.
This send all option will allow us to also manage our fee situation. We changed our fees so we could actually change the priority. Let's take a look at the drop down.
Yeah.
Look at that. They've even got a custom option. So we have high, normal, low, economy, and custom. So we can actually put in the amount of sats per virtual byte that we're going to send. Again, we can use a tool like mempool.space to see what the current costs are. Or if we select the drop down, instead of a custom fee, let's just take a look at the other options. And we have a high fee option, which is 59 sats per virtual byte. I'm pretty sure we just paid 30 something to send to here. So let's just take a look at what's happening on the mempool itself. Right now it's still saying that a high transaction is 37 sats per virtual byte. 50 something seems like it's quite high, but it means that your transaction is definitely going to be approved in the next block. There'll be a low chance you'll have competition that will stop you. But I'm glad we've checked, because we don't need this transaction to happen quickly, so we're going to choose a lower fee and just wait for this transaction to happen.
Okay. Should we go low?
Well, yeah, low.
Economy?
Well, we can choose low, and I believe that will happen as fast as the Blue wallet based on what we're seeing on the mempool.
Okay, so let's go low. We don't need a note. You can add a note if you wish. Yep. One thing it's important to do is actually to make sure that the delivery address is correct. So please do check the delivery address as well.
So we're going to compare them. We will see here it starts with BC1QXX and it ends in 036A.
Yeah.
And the reason we can just check the first half a dozen and last half a dozen characters is that everything in between is likely to be correct if the beginning and the end are correct.
Okay. All right. Review.
Yeah. We're going to check the address again on the BitBox.
Yeah. So this is quite amazing, because what it's doing is it's really making you double check to make sure that you're not getting attacked with the man in the middle. So this is giving us a chance to recheck the deposit address. So again, we're checking the first 4 or 5 digits, and that's all good. Scroll across down to the end, and we can go SO36A, yes. So we can tick here, and then it's talking about the fees, and which it's all clarifying. So pretty much what it's doing, it's just confirming what you can see on your screen as well. So this is a hold down, transaction confirmed. So it's all done on the BitBox. We don't have any of the SD cards in there. It's doing it all itself.
One thing I did notice on there was the amount that the BitBox said it was sending was different to the amount that was on there. What I'm going to point out there is that was one of them was showing including transaction fees, and one of them was showing excluding transaction fees. And already I can see the transaction coming in on the blue wallet. So that's the 68,000 sats that we're receiving without our transaction fees. Because if we noticed on the screen, it was saying it was going to send, I think, around 74,000, and on the device it actually said 68,000.
So what you're seeing on the screen here and at the bottom here is got the pending, which is getting sent out. There are some extra advanced features which we'll just briefly touch on. So if we click into the account info, you'll come to our Zpub key. Now with the Zpub key, if you want to know more about this, make sure you click on the links below for the My First Bitcoin Diploma, which we have discussed and gone into with the diploma. And you can verify this on your device as well, so you just can double check. And then the other thing that we would like to go through is on manage your device is enabling a passphrase. Now this is just another security that you can put on top of having your different SD cards as well as your seed phrase written down. So what this is, it's another word that you would be putting on top of your 24 words.
It's a 25th word, or it's just like a really strong password. And one of the things you need to do is make sure you back up this password in a location that is separate from your seed words or your SD card backup. You don't want it to be in the same location, because if they are and somebody gets hold of them, then they'll be able to find this secret wallet.
Yes. Okay, so setting up a passphrase is really quite simple. It provides you an additional layer, as James said, security on top of your wallet. And let's take a look at how this works. So what is a passphrase?
A wallet is created or derived from a very big random number, also known as a seed. The seed is created when you first set up your BitBox02 and is backed up with the MicroSD card or the 24 words that we've gone and written down. Anyone who has access to the seed has full control over the funds on the wallet. A passphrase is an optional secret added to the seed. When using a passphrase, each passphrase creates a new wallet based on the seed plus passphrase or an optional secret. A passphrase can be anything: letters, words, special characters, or it can even be empty. The default wallet, in fact, is derived from a seed with an empty passphrase. The passphrase is part of the Bitcoin Improvement Standard number 39, which means it is compatible with all wallets and supported by the same standard.
Cool. So why use a passphrase? The BitBox02 protects the seed against extraction from the device itself, but the backup MicroSD card, all 24 words, gives full access to the wallet. That is why it should be stored in a secure location. Since a passphrase creates a new wallet using your existing seed, the passphrase wallet requires both your backup and your passphrase to restore. The benefit of this is if someone finds your backup, they still need the passphrase to access the passphrase wallet. Additionally, the passphrase feature allows you to create multiple wallets on the same device or hidden wallets in addition to the default one. And James has got something quite interesting about this one.
So your default wallet can be set up as a decoy wallet. In theory, what we would do is we would leave the $20 on the original decoy wallet. And then we could put our $1 million on one of the hidden wallets that we create with a passphrase. That way, if we were passing through an airport, for example, and they see the BitBox and they go, "Oh, please tell us your password to the BitBox," which would be test in the example that we've created today, they would then log in and see the $20. Now, hopefully they just go, oh, you've only got $20, I don't care, here's your wallet, mate, and move on. And that way you can go home and you can now actually create a completely new wallet and move all of your funds to another wallet, knowing that that person didn't know you had $1 million hidden on a secret wallet inside this wallet.
So there's some backup considerations. The passphrase adds a layer of protection to your wallet backup, MicroSD card, or 24 words. If someone has access to your backup, they also need the passphrase to access the wallet, which is exactly what James has just been talking about. However, this means you will need both the passphrase and the wallet backup to restore your passphrase enabled wallet in case your BitBox02 is lost or broken. If you forget or lose your passphrase, you will lose access to all the coins on that wallet. When storing your passphrase, consider putting it in a separate location than your backup. That way, if someone finds your backup, they don't find your passphrase as well. Okay, how does it work?
A passphrase doesn't work like a password that you're used to. If you mistype your passphrase, you will not be notified. This is because every passphrase creates a different yet valid wallet. This means you can use multiple passphrases for as many wallets as you want, but each wallet can only be accessed when typing in the corresponding passphrase. When plugging in your BitBox02, you'll be prompted for the device password as usual. For example, in our one we used test. After that, you'll be asked to enter a passphrase on the device. After entering the passphrase, you'll be shown the passphrase you entered. This is so you can confirm you entered it correctly. So this is in the process of setting up.
So enable passphrase. So here we go. Again, we've getting asked some security questions or reminders, should I say. So the passphrase is an additional layer of security on top of your backup. Entering a different passphrase will always generate a different wallet. To restore your wallet, you need both the passphrase and backup. And if you forget your passphrase, you can no longer access your coins. So you understand how a passphrase works and the risk associated with it.
If you ever enter your passphrase incorrectly and you find that your wallet has zero balance, don't panic. It just means you need to start again. Because if you mistyped it, if you can type it correctly the next time, the coins that you thought were there should still be there. So don't panic if you mistype it, unless you really think you forgot it.
No. We won't actually add the passphrase on for this video. This is just a more advanced feature, so you're aware that it is available on the BitBox02.
Big thank you to BitBox02. We've really enjoyed using this device. It's lots of fun to see how different people create different ways to back up your seed phrase. This one has a super convenient system of storing your seed phrase on a SD card, and you can make multiple copies of that SD card, and then you can put them in different locations to keep them safe.
Absolutely. And really appreciate Shift Crypto for being a partner with us with the My First Bitcoin Diploma that we have done live for 10 weeks. So look in the description below. You can re-look at those videos. They're all on YouTube, but they're in the description below. But so thank you very much for Shift Crypto for doing that.